Okay, and we're back.
Go ahead and start this meeting once again at 6:19. So just to let the council know that this is strictly discussion and we are not going to vote on it. This is strictly discussion for study session. Anything else?
Yeah, and how do you figure we're gonna be saving money? How are we gonna be saving money going over there? Well, you're still gonna have to maintain this building.
Well, we're not going to be using the electricity and the water is going to be very minimal. So we will be saving money. And this building, all the wiring is very old and outdated. The heating and the cooling in here is not very good at all. So over there, the building is newer and updated. And so we've already looked into things, you know.
The analysis for last year's electrical bill over there was $5,129.31. Ours in this building was $4,667.81. So who's paying more?
So they were open a majority of the time.
You will do too.
No, but yeah, during the COVID, we're talking about the COVID era.
They closed completely.
They were still in the building though.
Well, anyway, they paid out more electrical than we did, so.
Any questions over here? Okay, we'll move on.
Well, wait. You're still gonna have insurance at this building.
We're carrying
Because
our
it-
insurance over.
No,
So
but you still have to insure the building.
Sylvia, do you,
Yeah, remember, we double checked with WCIA, that would kind of just not, this wouldn't be insured because we're just gonna insure that building.
And not this one.
So that we wouldn't be able to have a council meetings or anything in this building, then it'd be gone.
Because there'll not be no coverage here.
I still don't see how we're gonna save money moving over there, but. How much is it gonna cost to bring that building up to code?
as of right now, it's up to code. We already looked into the back door. Josh, did you reach out to, I don't remember. You reached out to Northwest, didn't you, on that?
So we did reach out to Northwest. I don't think we've actually finalized that conversation at this time, though.
Okay, but I want to say I had talked to, I don't remember his name, the gentleman, but he said since it had been a bank and they didn't have a back door, they were fine. And us being a city hall, they didn't see any reason why it shouldn't be the same.
I think the new code, you have to have a emergency exit at every building since it's a government building.
So I have a question. You say he's got the guy that's leasing it to, he's gonna maintain it and stuff. So why did you have to pay out $2,453 to have it rewired?
We're moving our phone lines down there and the internet.
Oh yeah, and that cost
We're moving-
2,000, almost 2,000.
Yeah, do you know how much it's going to cost us here, Vera, if we rewire the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
building?
I've been here. How come we haven't had to rewire it in the past?
Well, the phones don't work half the time.
Whatever. That's an answer.
Okay, let's move on.
To give you a quote on approximately how much it's gonna cost to put a back door in that building?
Josh?
He's answering.
No, we have not had a discussion about putting a back door in that building.
And you're thinking about moving the council chambers over there too?
We're just going to have the meetings there in the office. It's big enough, it's wide enough, we can. Okay, we'll move on to new business.
A, you're gonna have to strike that one.
Okay.
We're gonna have to remove, new business A.
Oh, okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll go down to B, discussion of purchasing police vehicles from Yakima County.
I've been looking at options for vehicles. I know we have a Dodge Charger. It wastes a lot of fuel. And we have a couple of Impalas that are starting to get in the outdated range. So I reached out to the Yakima County Sheriff's Office to see if they have any or had any used ones that they were getting rid of. They have one that's a Ford Taurus. I've been busy all day dealing with the issue all day, so I didn't get a chance to get the year of the Ford Taurus, but it's a newer model. It's used, has 103,000 miles on it, and they authorized, or I take back, it hasn't been authorized, but they proposed selling it to us for $2,800. It would be fully outfitted, two-way radio. It'd have a stand for the computer system. It would have every light, siren, a full cage. There's nothing to outfit it with. It would be ready to go that day, assuming it would get what do you call it? Through DOL, it would get registered and then insured. And there's another one that they also have, and it's a Ford Explorer. It's a newer one, and it's all-wheel drive. The Ford Taurus that I mentioned is all-wheel drive. This one has 129,000 miles. It has everything fully outfitted, cage in the back, so there's no installation cost whatsoever on either one. The only thing it's missing is a radio, which is a two-way or a multi-way radio that you talk to dispatch with. That one is missing. That's the only thing that's missing out of it. It has a computer stand on it. That one they offered, which hasn't been approved by anybody, $3,900. I drove both of them, drove them in the city street, took them on the freeway. They drive great. They don't need any new tires. They're in good shape, so they would function very well. And so I'm looking at that option. At some point, we're going to have to phase out the two Impalas that we've had for a while. So I'm looking at those options. I'm waiting to hear back from the commissioners to see if they would even approve it. It has to go in front of the county commissioners to review. It goes in front of a board, and then they would give us that last offer. Yes, the commissioners would go for that amount, or no. So I'm waiting to hear back from them, and it could be a week, could be 2 weeks. But I believe that these are awesome deals because of the price and because they're fully outfitted. If we're to down the road buy a patrol vehicle and it doesn't have a cage or any of the overhead lights or radio, just to buy that stuff is going to be in the thousands, and then it would also have to require somebody installing it. So that would bring the cost way up there. So so for both of these, it would be roughly, I believe, 7,600 for both of them. And once again, it's assuming that they even approved it through the county commissioners. So I just wanted to have a discussion on that, see what everybody thought about that. Not to a vote, but just to get anybody's input on that.
Do you think the Taurus is below 2010 model or?
It's going to be higher.
Okay.
I believe it's probably, if I had to guess, between 2014, 2015 model. And they both are in good shape as far as the body on the outside. They don't have any dents or anything. One has a couple of minor very small little scuff marks on it or whatever, but they're in really good shape. The interior, no rips, and they start right up. They run good.
Are they black or?
They are silver right now.
Okay.
Yeah, so they are silver.
What are the years of the cars that we have right now?
One of them for sure is a 2008, and that's one of the Impalas. I don't know the other two, but the other Impala's going to be really close to that. And as far as miles, one of them has probably about 72,000 miles, and the other Impala has about the same. And we haven't had any major issues with them. However, they're starting to get outdated. And I don't know when the last time that we had a purchase here for vehicles, but I saw this opportunity, so I wanted to look into it because you can't beat the price. However, I just wanted to look at it and see if it, see what everybody's thought was on that.
Also, because these are newer cars that you're looking at compared to what we have. And it will cost us more if we stay with the ones we have.
Anything on this end with the? That's all I have on those vehicles.
Thank you. So we're going to be going into executive session for 15 minutes. So we're going to ask the public to please step out.
Oh, of course, you gotta do statement.
Oh, we're going to see discussion of elimination of Public Works Director position. So we'll be going into executive session.
No, but we're gonna have a discussion for, and then we're
Okay.
gonna go.
So,
See.
see. Any discussion?
To have the quotes from what it's gonna cost us to have the two new ones that we have compared to what our old public works would cost us for the year. And I don't think we saved them. Plus the new contract you guys approved, he's not an on-hands person. He's a person that only comes for whatever. And we are supposed to have 3.5 people at the wastewater all the time. So I don't see how we're gonna be in compliance. That's my question.
So we'll go ahead and, anybody else? So we're gonna go ahead and go in,
And say the RCW, how long it's gonna take.
so we're gonna discuss employee personnel RCW 42.30.110G. And no action is anticipated to be taken upon reconvening the city council study session agenda.
So the time frame?
So we're gonna go into executive session for 15 minutes.
And what time is it right now?
It is 6:33.